Scotland is annexed, a dominion under the English crown, and it is the English crown, not the fictional UK crown that we're all told about. Not a partner, not of any kind. In fact, the whole partnership story is a concoction fashioned to convince the world that Scots are part of a joint state and to disguise the fact that Scotland is in reality nothing other than a colony. It's not a partner in a marriage, but a kidnap victim. And you do not escape from a kidnapper by filing for divorce from a fictional marriage. Second, even if it were possible to break free through a referendum or an election or to propose any other route that would be approved as lawful by the kidnapping state, the political system in Scotland would not guarantee any of the things that sing in our bones as Scots. We dream of justice, compassion, equality, prosperity, and care for all without preference or privilege. But what we have is an English system of concentrated power and privilege, which those Scots who enjoy it will not give up easily, where the government sits in authority over the people, and the people surrender their hopes, their ambitions, and their human and civil rights to the whims of their elected representatives, where all that we hold dear, all that we depend on for decency, fairness, and security depends on the honour, honesty, and good faith of those elected. Because once it is elected, we have no means of curbing, challenging, or preventing anything a government may choose to do, whether or not that's lawful, just, rational, or humane. Today, we can see the futility of the political route and the bankruptcy of the political system writ large, our helplessness in the face of the state, marching side by side with destitution and despair. This is why liberation was born, because the route to the Scotland we dream of neither can nor will come through the present political system, but through the restoration of the political, territorial, and judicial rights, the constitutional provisions that belong to the people of this nation in law and in justice, even under the terms of this fraudulent union, and certainly under international law. They mean that we the people are sovereign, in fact, not in soundbite, the ultimate authority of this nation of Scotland. They mean that the interests of the people, collectively known as the common good, are not only the primary purpose of government, but the only condition on which it's permitted to exist. They mean that we're entitled to overrule, remove, or replace a government that violates that condition of its existence, that fails to honour its promises to consult the people or to act according to their wishes and welfare. And in the modern world, that means the right to all the mechanisms that we see in a nation like Switzerland, which will make that sovereign power a reality. All this is part of what we call decolonisation, true Scottish self-determination, and it is the soul and purpose of Liberation Scotland. Impossible? Other nations have trodden the path to decolonisation. Not one has bowed to the kidnapper and asked for permission. We know now that we can gain our independence as a state by first gaining independence from a colonising power, so that instead of waiting to reclaim real sovereignty of the people after independence, we gain our independence by first reclaiming our sovereign Scottish rights. The next step on this road is establishing the Committee of the Scottish Liberation Movement. This committee will be elected from the membership of Liberation and will operate under a ratified constitution, and it will register Scotland's liberation movement with the United Nations.